Welcome to today's deep dive. Usually when we hear the word persecution, our minds immediately jump straight to history books.
Right, like gladiators in the Colosseum or secret meetings in the dead of night.
Exactly, physical danger. But for you, the listener, living in a modern, legally protected society, that ancient imagery might feel a bit detached.
Oh, for sure.
Well, today we are exploring a sermon by Pastor Hu Xiang on the nature of persecution, focusing on the Beatitudes in Matthew 5. And it completely redefines resistance for everyday, comfortable life.
It really does. I mean, we begin with this core argument that facing societal pushback is, well, it's actually presented as proof of genuine faith.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, so the source asserts that if a believer never faces criticism or rejection, they're likely just conforming to the secular world, which, in this view, displeases Jesus.
That actually reminds me of being a yes man at work. Like, if you never experience friction in the office, do you actually stand for any core values, or are you just blending in?
Precisely, you're just keeping the peace.
But in a place like Taiwan, which the source explicitly notes has strong human rights and anti-bullying laws, what does this persecution actually look like in practice?
Well, the source categorizes modern religious conflicts into 4 escalating levels. The first is international, so broad religious divides like Israel and the U.S. versus Iran and Islamic states.
Okay, sure. Geopolitics.
Right. But then it moves to the societal level. This is about interacting with other local faiths, like Taiwan's massive Mazu pilgrimage.
Oh, right, where millions of people participate.
Exactly. The source points out that religious criticism of that can spark actual social clashes. Then level 3 is interchurch.
Wait, between different Christian denominations.
Yeah. Debates over heavy social issues like the death penalty and homosexuality. The argument here is that prioritizing human rights can sometimes blur traditional commandments.
Interesting. And the 4th tier?
Interchurch. So internal congregation issues, we're talking about pride, jealousy, financial sins, infidelity, or power struggles.
Here's where it gets really interesting, because the whiplash of moving from global geopolitics directly down to, like, internal office politics style power grabs is huge.
It is a massive jump, yeah.
So how does a leader navigate these hyper-local conflicts without just caving to pressure?
Well, moving from theory to practice, we examined Pastor Hu's personal leadership strategy. He's been at Beipu Church for 35 years.
Wow, 35 years.
Yeah, and his approach was strict adherence to his interpretation of truth over popularity. He consciously allowed critics to leave rather than compromising to appease them.
So he just let them walk away.
He did. And what's fascinating here is the psychological reframing. The source argues that standing in the light forces darkness out.
Ah, I see.
So the resulting pressure isn't a failure of leadership. It's actually a comforting assurance of belonging to God's kingdom.
That completely flips the script. We've seen how the source frames societal and personal friction not as a problem, but as a necessary badge of authenticity.
Absolutely. The friction is the point.
Which brings us to a final thought for you to chew on. Think about your own life, even entirely outside of religion.
Yeah, just in your day-to-day.
Right. If you never face any resistance for your deepest beliefs, are you truly living authentically or just blending in to keep the peace?